So there's been a lot of Anthony Davis trade rumors going on. There's just been a lot of rumors going around the NBA. Today, we're going to be focusing on one of those players that's been causing a lot of drama around the NBA, and which is Anthony Davis. Now, there's been a trend throughout the last couple of years of teams who weren't expected to trade for a certain player that have done it. Like, let's look at the Boston Celtics. No one thought the Boston Celtics were going to trade for Kyrie Irving, but they did. No one thought the Thunder was going to trade for Paul George, but they came out and traded for Paul George. So that means there is a very likely chance that there's going to be a team that not a lot of people are going to expect that's going to throw out a trade offer for Anthony Davis and is going to get a deal done with Anthony Davis. So if you can't tell already, today we're going to be looking at 4 unexpected trades for Anthony Davis that might go down on draft night and that might go down. So we're going to just be looking in depth on all these trades. So let's get right into this video. The first team I have is the Denver Nuggets. Now, a trade I think they'll throw out there is Gary Harris, Mason Plumlee, Will Barton, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. for Drew Holiday and Anthony Davis.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait.
Now, I think this is definitely a fair trade for both sides. The Pelicans are trying to get rid of Anthony Davis, and they're trying to get a lot of young assets, and they're trying to get some players to pair with Zion Williamson. Getting someone that could be your future point guard in Jamal Murray, getting someone that has a lot of potential in Gary Harris for a pretty good contract, getting someone in Michael Porter Jr., who was the undisputed first pick in the draft a couple of years ago, still has a chance to live up to that potential. Also getting Will Barton, who can come off your bench and be a candidate for Sixth Man of the Year. Mason Plumlee is just someone to throw in there to make the cap, but he can also get minutes for you. The reason I think the Pelicans have to throw in Drew Holiday is the Nuggets are giving up so many good young assets. They're giving up pretty much their whole team. And they're getting Drew Holiday and Anthony Davis back. They're getting a point guard or a shooting guard that might start to decline in the next couple of years, but is still really good. But the Pelicans get off that contract, and as we know, a lot of people are going to want to play with Zion Williamson. So since the Pelicans are getting off Drew Holiday contract, they're getting a lot of young assets to come in, and in the next couple of years, they're going to make a lot of cap room for a lot of these max free agents coming up. Now let's move to why it makes sense for the Denver Nuggets. Now, as we know, the Nuggets sadly couldn't get past the second round in this year. They have arguably the best big man in the league currently right now, and they're trying to contend right now. They're trying to build up their own core and contend at the same time. Kind of what the Boston Celtics were doing, but not exactly. But if they can get the best power forward in the league to pair with the arguable best center in the league and to have the best front court in the league, I think they pull the trigger and throw everything they can throw at them. They throw all their young assets, their whole team, but they get Anthony Davis to pair with Nikola Jokic. 2 MVP candidates together on the same team. They also get Drew Holiday, who can run that point guard spot. They're also keeping players like Monte Morris and Malik Beasley. They will definitely not have a lot of depth, but I think this is a fair trade on both sides. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. I want to hear your thoughts. Now, this trade involves the Chicago Bulls and the New Orleans Pelicans. I have the Chicago Bulls throwing in Otto Porter Jr., Lauri Markkanen, Chris Dunn, Chandler Hutchinson, and a 2021 unprotected first-round pick for Anthony Davis and E'Twaun Moore. Now, let's just look at Zion in this situation. Zion Williamson. We're going to look at see who pairs well with Zion Williamson. I think the X factor in this trade for the Bulls is Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen averaged 18.7 points per game last year, and he's a big man who could stretch the floor. And in 2019, that's a big trend in the NBA. Kobe didn't even average close to that. Okay, I'm obviously not saying he's going to be the next Kobe, but it's just a fact, okay? Also, the NBA is turned into a positionless game. Zion could play center, power forward, small forward, shooting guard, whatever. No one cares. No one cares about positions anymore. Zion plays whatever. No one knows what position Zion Williamson plays. They can throw Lauri Markkanen and Zion Williamson there. They can put them at the 4 or 5 or 4 and 3. You don't know. But Lauri Markkanen is someone that could space the floor and also get work done in the post, but he's not one of those guys who is high flyer, could muscle through everybody. Those two will fit really well. Zion's not a three-point shooter. Lauri Markkanen is a three-point shooter. Zion Williamson drives to the basket. Zion Williamson plays amazing defense. Lauri's not known for his defense. Them two will mesh really well together. In this trade, the Bulls are also getting Otto Porter Jr., who at the end of the year showed that he could be a future all-star in this league. He was averaging 20 points per game with the Bulls. And it seems like if he could keep that up, he'll be a really good player in this league. Yes, he is $26 million, but if the Pelicans want to get this trade done they're going to need Otto Porter or Zach LaVine. But I don't think it's realistic that the Bulls will throw in Zach LaVine in this trade. And I don't really see Zach LaVine and Zion meshing well together. I think Otto Porter will be a good fit for this team, and he'll be someone at that small forward spot that could get the work done, and he will play really well in my opinion. I think he'll fit in the Pelican system really well, and I also think there's a chance he could continue playing like what he did in Chicago. Now, the Pelicans don't really have a point guard. The past couple of years, they switched from Elfrid Payton to Rajon Rondo, and they played Drew Holiday at point guard. Bottom line is they don't have a point guard. Chris Dunn is not someone who could change your franchise around. Chris Dunn is not someone that you could rely on as your point guard for the next couple of years. But he's still young. He was only in his second year in the league last year, and he still has a lot of potential. The Pelicans are getting someone that they could start at the point guard position, maybe for this year. And they're getting someone who still has a lot of potential in the league, like I said. Chandler Hutchinson, also a rookie that's played a lot of minutes for the Bulls last year. You know, he's has some potential, and maybe he could be something special in this league. You never know. Also, one of the most underrated pieces in this trade is the 2021 unprotected first-round pick that the Pelicans are getting. As we know, next year is going to be a crazy loaded draft class full of point guards. We have RJ Hampton, who just decided to play overseas. I respect him for that. But we also have Cole Anthony, Theo Maledon, Nico Mannion, a lot of great point guards in next year's class. So chances are, even if the Bulls are a playoff team, one of those great point guards will fall to them. Maybe, you never know. It depends how they play in college. But look, they get a chance to get one of these amazing point guards with that Bulls 2021 unprotected pick. So say the Bulls are somehow bad with Anthony Davis. The Pelicans would be getting a lottery pick, and they'll be getting a chance of getting one of these great point guards. And this makes sense for the Bulls because they get Anthony Davis, and as we know, Chicago is a really big market, and I feel like they could do a good job of convincing Anthony Davis to stay. That'll also persuade a lot of players to want to come and play for the Bulls. They also are keeping Zach LaVine, and they're also going to have a slot under max contract. This will definitely persuade a lot of big-time free agents to come into Chicago. And I think Anthony Davis will love it there. You know, pizza. There's really good pizza in Chicago. I've never been to Chicago, but I've had Chicago-style pizza out here in LA. Pretty fire. But the Chicago Bulls will love Anthony Davis, and I feel like Anthony Davis will love it there. And the next trade I have is to the Portland Trailblazers. Now the Trailblazers receive Anthony Davis and Solomon Hill, and the Pelicans receive CJ McCollum, Zach Collins, Yusuf Nurkic, the 25th pick, and the 2021 first-round pick. Now, the Pelicans, they can either choose that they want to build up their young core with Zion, or they want to try to win now. This is a win now trade. They get a really good established all-star in CJ McCollum, who showed that he could be a superstar in this league in the playoffs. He showed that he's one of the best shooting guards in this league in the playoffs. They get him, and they also get Yusuf Nurkic, who, don't forget, put up 15 points and 10 rebounds. If they trade away Anthony Davis, they will not have a starting caliber center. A lot of players' careers have torn down after major injuries, but a lot of other players' careers have also gotten better or stayed the same after those injuries. So he put up 15 points and 10 rebounds last year. Those are elite center numbers. If he comes back stronger, then he could be putting up those types of numbers at that center position for the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans also get Zach Collins, who's a hustler, who's a good big man, shooting big man, who has a lot of potential in my opinion. Also, the 25th pick, if they could snag a really good young player. Yes, this draft class isn't deep, but you never know. No one thought Kuz was going to be as good as he was. No one thought Donovan Mitchell was going to be as good as he was. Heck, no one thought Nikola Jokic was going to be as good as he was. He was a second-round pick. So you never know what you can get at that 25th pick. They also get a 2021 first-round pick. You know, that's also a gem that's thrown in there. But the Trailblazers are finally making a big change in this trade. They're breaking up their backcourt and pairing Damian Lillard with Anthony Davis. That alone makes you a championship contender. They're also keeping pieces like Al-Farouq Aminu, Mo Harkless, Rodney Hood, and they're probably going to be able to sign a couple of free agents that can help them out. And a lot of free agents are going to want to play there now. This makes sense for both teams, and I feel like the Pelicans will be really good if they make this trade, and the Trailblazers will be really good if they make this trade. The last team I have on my list goes by the name of the Brooklyn Nets. Now you guys might be thinking,
give those a free agent. What do they have to give up? What? This makes no sense.
The trade I have is D'Angelo Russell, Karis LeVert, Rodions Kurucs, 17th pick, and a 2023 first round top 10 protected pick. Now, I think the Nets do a sign and trade with D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell is one of the up-and-coming point guards in the league. In my opinion, he's a future superstar, and we shouldn't have traded him away. The Pelicans need a point guard to pair with Zion Williamson, like I've said in the past couple of trades. D'Angelo Russell will be perfect for him because he's a scorer who also likes to facilitate and can do a little bit of everything on the basketball court. They also get Karis LeVert that they could put off the bench to Drew Holiday, who will definitely be a six-man candidate. Rodion's Kooks just to make the salary cap match, but he's also a really good young player. And they also get the 17th pick, who might have some value. You never know. Bol might drop there, Tyler Hero, you never know. There's going to be a lot of gems that might be sitting there at 17. Brandon Clark, and a 2023 first round pick. That's just another gem. But let's move to the Nets situation. It's been rumored that Kyrie Irving might want to join the Nets. Obviously, the Nets aren't doing this just to get Anthony Davis, because if they get Anthony Davis, he's just going to walk because they won't have any pieces to pair with him. But like I said, it's been rumored Kyrie Irving might want to play with Anthony Davis and might want to team up with the Nets and might want to go to the Nets. So if the Nets get Anthony Davis, that'll just persuade Kyrie Irving to join in the Nets even more, and they could build a Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis super team. That's the situation for the Nets. It's been rumored a little bit around the league, but I don't think anybody's expecting this to happen. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this video. Make sure you leave your thoughts down below. Tell me what you think was the best trade offer, the most realistic trade offer, and tell me what you think is the most unrealistic trade offer. Tell me why. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Like I said, make sure you do all that good stuff in the comments down below, description down below. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.